Big breaking news coming in on the international front, and it's tariff whiplash with Donald Trump. After announcing and then pausing tariffs, Donald Trump has now, just a short while back, said that the United States has been ripped off by all countries, by Canada, Mexico and India. Trump has even said India wants to finally cut tariffs as it stands exposed on the global stage. Is the pitch coming in from Donald Trump. This happened just a few moments back, where Trump has made a scathing attack on India. Trump has said that America has been ripped off for many years by Canada, Mexico as well as India, and Trump has even said that India wants to finally cut tariffs as it stands exposed on the global stage. That is the big statement coming in from the Oval Office, as we've seen Donald Trump incite as well as pause tariffs repeatedly over the past few weeks. Ever since he took office in the White House, he has announced tariffs to boost manufacturing in America. But at the same time, he's also paused tariffs after the markets have nosedived in the wake of his announcements. But this is a big attack against India. Trump has made such an attack before, but he's also said just a few moments back that India has been ripping off Canada for several weeks now, for several years, and also saying that India now stands exposed and wants to cut tariffs, given the fact that India has been exposed by the Trump administration when it comes to the entire tariff regime. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant Mishra on the broadcast. So Siddhant, a very scathing attack coming in from Donald Trump against India. The entire tariff war, its twists and turns continue. Trump announces tariffs, then pauses tariffs, but continues on the political offensive when it comes to his end game with this entire tariff regime.
Well, Ayushman, as Minister Jaishankar said the other day in London, that the political leaders, if they make some promises during the elections, then when they come to power, they make sure that those promises get fulfilled. And perhaps tariff is one issue which was raised by Donald Trump for the first time. Perhaps he won elections on the issue of tariff. He promised his people that he's going to get back all the money. He's going to end all the trade deficit that other countries have with the United States. And he has been naming India, Mexico, China, Canada before also. So there is nothing new in that. All India is doing is handling Trump administration in a very matured manner. Prime Minister Modi sought early meeting with Donald Trump. Both leaders met in Washington. In fact, both sides decided to sign bilateral trade agreement. Minister Piyush Goyal was in United States. He met his counterparts. There were extensive deliberations over how to handle this situation. Perhaps 2nd April is a deadline where Trump has threatened India to impose tariff. Before that, both sides are in touch, and both sides are trying to find solution to the entire tariff threat that are being issued by Donald Trump. But now, since Donald Trump has said this, that India wants to finally cut tariffs now as they stand exposed, perhaps we will be awaiting response from Ministry of Trade and Commerce here in India, or rather Ministry of External Affairs, that what arrangement have been forged between the two sides. Is there any draft? Because we were told that Minister Goyal has gone to US with a draft. Whether that draft has been accepted by both sides, what modifications have been made in that? Is there going to be a trade agreement signed between the two sides if has India agreed to reduce the tariff? These are some points. These are some things which perhaps Indian side has to come forward and share more details on it. Right now, we have no update from the Indian side. Last we know is that Minister Goyal was in United States. He held talks with the American government, right. And perhaps India is trying to find out a middle ground or solution to this. And America is asking for 100% tariff on free on auto and other products other than agri products. So was the demand of the United States. Now we are still awaiting response from the Indian government, because just now Trump has spoken about it. Perhaps maybe by tomorrow we would get a response from the Indian government. What is their position on this entire issue right now?
But Siddhant, at the same time, any engagement with the Commerce Secretary is also at the end of the day, it won't lead to anywhere, because whenever Trump announces these tariffs, the Commerce Secretary goes out into the public, he does the rounds of the media and says that there will be no rollback on the tariff regime. Then Trump takes to Truth Social and puts out the statement that there will be a pause on these tariffs. And he's done this repeatedly, which has really sent the markets into a tailspin. So clearly, when it comes to any kind of middle ground, the engagement has to be with Donald Trump, because his entire cabinet is only carrying out what he says, and he just changes his mind every 2 to 3 days.
Well, that's right, Ayushman. In fact, yesterday also we both were discussing this, that how he imposed tariff on Mexico and Canada, then he paused those tariffs, then again tariff was resumed. And yesterday again he announced he had word with the president of Mexico. Perhaps Mexico has cooperated, handed over some of the people from the fentanyl cartel to United States. So Trump gets happy, and he again paused tariff on Mexico. So that keeps on happening. And in fact, when today this question was asked to Donald Trump, that there's a lot of unpredictability, the markets are not responding positively to the way his administration is handling tariff, to which he said that his people, the MAGA supporters, do understand the importance of the issue of tariff, and they feel that it is good for America. So perhaps Trump has made it very clear that he's not concerned how markets are reacting, he's not concerned how the investors' sentiment is in the country, in United States and worldwide. All he is concerned is for his people, and his people believe in the issue of tariff, and that is the reason that he is delivering. So he
Right.
replied to that question by saying this.
Right, but at the same time, a lot of the MAGA supporters are ripping apart Republican congressmen in town halls across the United States, given the fact that they aren't happy with not just the cuts to the entire federal infrastructure, but even how prices are going up given this tariff war coming in from the Oval Office.